The sounds of this haunting figure have been attuned to many of my nightmares. His curled hands and shaky smile remind me that he's one false move away from snapping. This isn't just a random Easter egg in the world of Bendy. Oh no. It's an Easter egg inspired by yours truly, me. Want to know how this foreboding figure came to be? Sit back and put on your hacker glasses, because to tell you this story, I need to start way back with 8-Bit Ninja and Hello Neighbor. I'll let Austin, 8-Bit Ninja's manager, I'll let him elaborate.
Hey there, my name is Austin. I'm the manager of the YouTube channel The 8-Bit Ninja. We have been creating videos for, nearly a decade now, and have been doing it for a full-time job for nearly 2 years. A big part of the push we got in order to make YouTube our careers was through a game called Hello Neighbor. During the game's 4th alpha update, they released a crossword puzzle teasing some aspects of the update. We were pretty stumped, and enlisted some of our viewers' help. The most notable of which, who pretty much single-handedly figured out the crossword by himself, was SK Pac-Man.
Later conversations with Austin and Asher led to talking about Bendy. When Chapter 2 released and Chapter 1 was updated, a door had opened and was barricaded with boards. I told them I was going to try and hack past it. Several hours of hacking paid off when I gained numerical control of the player.
Ever since then, SK has helped us with many aspects of the channel, including what has become basically the bread and butter of the channel, hacking these silly little games to see what's behind every nook and cranny. This started out with us wondering what was behind the boards in Chapter 1 of Bendy and the Ink Machine, which is the game we primarily hacked with Pac-Man's help. Since that moment, we hacked basically every aspect of the game, and in turn got millions of viewers from Bendy. A large part of that is due to Pac-Man, so truly I thank you for that.
I made a video of the hack, which is still up today, the link is in the description below, and I sent it to the Meatly and Mike asking if it's okay to post it.
Yeah, so when I first saw SK Pac-Man's hacking video, actually we all kind of got together on the team and we actually didn't like it at first. We were like, oh man, they're not supposed to see that. We didn't want them to see like behind the scenes or anything like that. We were super careful with everything we did. We didn't want people to see like the imperfections and everything like that. So when we first saw it, we were like, that really sucks. But as time went on, we had a completely different opinion on all of that.
I also shared the video with Asher and Austin, along with the cheat engine training and starting values. If you look it up, Asher's video is actually up on YouTube the day before mine, even though I hacked it first. But that's just splitting hairs. Throughout the following weeks after Chapter 2's release, Mike and I had several conversations about what to do about the hackers.
One of the first things that we tried to actually do was if ever somebody hacked the game and they got in a certain bounds, like in a room they're not supposed to be in. Basically what we did was we forced the player backwards to the original location that we wanted them to be. So actually, I believe in both chapters 1 and 2, we had a full set of areas that you couldn't get to. And even if you were hacking, as soon as the camera or the player was in that area, you would like immediately get warped to another zone. So we did implement that, but we got rid of that like super quick.
By the end of the Chapter 2 updates, the anti-hacking pieces were still in place, but they weren't perfect. You could still get past it if you were careful, clever, and lucky. They were removed in the Chapter 3 update to make way for our little favorite creepy friend.
So I think it was around Chapter 3 that we decided to actually create something for hackers. We would watch like SK Pac-Man do a lot of this, and I even talked with him quite a bit, and we wanted to hide things for them. So we actually created this Bendy character with the crazy eyes that says wandering is a terrible sin. That was created specifically for people like SK Pac-Man and for SK Pac-Man to find. And the design actually was done completely by the Meatly. There was, I think, like 2 or 3 designs that were made, but this one was the more creepy one that we kind of went with. But that's why the wandering is a terrible sin little character even exists, is because we wanted SK Pac-Man to kind of find them in these hidden areas.
Throughout the Chapter 2 craze, I helped many people manually hack the game.
Ever since the game went trending on my channel, I started following certain YouTubers. One of whom was 8-Bit Ninja, so as soon as I saw him hacking the game, at first I couldn't believe what was happening, but when I saw the video, I was like, geez, I gotta do this. How did he do that? I gotta find out. I decided to not sleep all night to find out what happened, and tell you what, I did not regret a thing ever since, because that video was a huge breaking point in my channel.
So I think the first time that I was interested in hacking was when I learned that it was something that you could actually do. Prior to that, no one had really ever thought of hacking Bendy and the Ink Machine. So I had never even considered the idea of doing it, but then I saw other people doing it, and I thought, that seems like it would be really cool and really fun to do.
And now my first interaction with Escape Pac-Man was when I tried to find out how 8-Bit Ninja hacked the game. I think I left in the description below the link to Escape Pac-Man's channel. So then I tried emailing him and I was like, hey, I heard you're selling hacks. And he was like, yeah, something like that. I don't really remember, but I basically contacted him and asked for help with this whole thing. And he was like, hey, I can help you, So thanks, Pac-Man. Thank you.
Helping others hack the game was something I did regularly. That is, until Greenhouse M13 released their trainer. Then the hacking game kind of changed. Greenhouse M13's hack was easy to use for everyone, even without technical knowledge of how to do basic hacking. We had to get creative, and Urtiez took what he learned and ran with it.
Well, before Chapter 4, definitely the Sammy hack in Chapter 2, where you hack, in his little room in the studio, and then, since his head follows you around, when you step behind him, he's like, what you doing there? And then when Chapter 4 came out, definitely the bacon soup minigun. I wish they made it a real gun, where you shoot bacon soup cans. It's like a bazooka or something. That would be cool. The bacon soup minigun is just too OP.
While Urtiez was busy breaking the game, Kian and I had our microscopes out inspecting things.
So going into this whole process, after we discovered that we could hack the game and we could basically teleport through walls and whatnot, one of the things that I wanted to see the most and really, really intrigued me was seeing Bendy more clearly. Because up until that point, keep in mind that we didn't really start hacking until after Chapter 2 came out. But up until that point, we hadn't really seen Bendy all that well, especially in Chapter 1. Really, you only see him when he's reaching for you through that, the scary version of Bendy, that is. The happy-go-lucky cartoon version of Bendy, we see him all over the place. But, like, the creepy one that's, like, grabbing you, trying to grab you through the wood slats and all that fun stuff, we didn't really get to see him all that clearly. So one of the things that I was most excited to do was to be able to get behind him and get a more clear view of, like, his old construction. Like, does he even have legs? Like, we didn't even really know if he had legs, to be honest. It could have just been like ink blobs. He just floats around on ink. I don't know, whatever. He's an ink monster. So that's pretty much my favorite thing to hack is seeing things more clearly. So basically the characters in the game, because they're the most fascinating part of the game, I think. The atmosphere and the worlds that are built around it are interesting, but obviously the characters are what draw us in. They're unique, they're fascinating, and they're pretty scary, Bendy's kind of a spooky dude.
The first time I hacked the game, I had no idea what to expect. It was like the first scientists who found out that pure sodium in its metal state was violently explosive when reacting with water. I had no clue what to expect until I finally gained control of the player. Kian did a little research but wasn't expecting much. He more expected it to be like a movie stage.
So to be honest with you, the first time I hacked the game, I really didn't know what to expect. I think that I had some vague ideas based on like thumbnails that I had seen other people putting out, but I wasn't positive what I was going to find on the other side of some of these walls and doors and different areas. But what I was mostly expecting was nothing, honestly. Like, I was really expecting for it to be a situation where you see something, right? Like there's a door and you're like, what's on the other side of that door? But most of the time in game development, the developers just put a door there because there's nothing on the other side. They want to block your view. It's like a movie set. You only see what they want you to see. So hacking beyond that, I figured there's nothing going to be there. But that was the crazy thing, is that a lot of times there was actually stuff there, and the developers actually put some thought into it, which was actually really surprising and pretty cool.
After we've done so much hacking, there literally wouldn't be much left of the game to inspect. Naturally, Mike had been putting these signs in places we would be expected to jump through, like a wall or something, right?
So originally, we had like "Wandering is a terrible sin" signs like everywhere. Like in chapter 1 and 2, there was a bunch of locations. Even chapter 3 at one point. But since then, we kind of reduced them. I think there might only be one per chapter now. If I mean, it's been a while since I've worked in the actual scenes, but I think that there's only one per chapter now. Mainly because we didn't want to bloat it with too many. Like, I mean, there's performance issues behind that as well, having those run at all times. So if no one was ever going to see them, we didn't want to have like 30 things, to find running in the background. So I believe right now there's only like one per chapter put in a specific location. Mostly I put them where I want them to be because I think it's fun. There's really nothing crazy behind it. That's why they are where they are.
As we found these signs, though, we all had our own unique reactions. Mine was nothing short of awestruck, humbled horror. Someone had put something in a rather popular game for me. Who am I? I'm a nobody with a tiny YouTube channel and some minor hacking skills.
I think it was in the video where I hacked behind Sammy in chapter 2. I think in the same balcony there was this wandering Bendy. The first time I saw it I was like, "Whew, what the freak's wrong with you? I mean, look at his smile. The eyes are normal, but look at his smile. It's freaking, who smiles at someone like that?" But I think I cut it out because I actually don't remember why. It was a year and a half ago. But yeah, of course, later on we just, went and had some tea together. Just chill for the rest of the evening.
And Kian's experience was a little bit different.
So I'm pretty sure it was surprise. It's been a while since we did that, but I was definitely surprised. Again, it was one of those situations where I had like a vague idea of what it actually was, but I had no idea where it was, and I didn't really know exactly what it looked like. Again, it was like I saw like thumbnails and just like passing gazes at this idea of Bendy like holding a sign or something like that. But the first time that I saw it for myself, it was surprising, to say the least, and it was actually really delightful. Like, I was really happy that I found it and that it was there, like it existed. I thought that it was so cool that the Meatly put that there as an Easter egg, and it was just, man, yeah, it was a cool feeling. It was very exciting.
Now, several channels boomed from playing and hacking Bendy chapters. 8-Bit Ninja, Urtiez, Kian, Fusion Z Gamer, and Double J, just to name a few. My channel didn't get such a boom because Chapter 3, and thus the Wandering Sin Easter egg, was lost to me taking a break from gaming for my newborn child last year. Urtiez has the wildly successful Bendy and the Hack Machine series.
Wow, Bendy and the Hack Machine is an official series on my channel. Since not that many people hacked the game, and I was like the only one pumping out the hacking videos, it got really popular on my channel. Now that's what I meant by the breaking point. Bendy and the Hack Machine are basically the most popular series on my channel besides YouTuber Sings. Whenever you type Bendy and the Hack Machine in the search bar, my channel pops up, so that's something really special for me. And the name Bendy and the Hack Machine was created by the community, so props to the fans, and huge shout out to them. But yeah, it's been a wild ride, and I never had so much fun recording a game before. I'm really grateful for that as well.
While Kian had a sizable jump in views for his videos.
So prior to Bendy and the Ink Machine coming out, the only hit that I really had on my channel was Hello Neighbor, and there was a little bit of a boon with Bigfoot. That was kind of a big hit in the YouTube world. But prior to that, there wasn't much more going on. Then Bendy and the Ink Machine came out. But honestly, it didn't really take off all that much when I first played it on my channel. But when the hacking situation came out, it really brought it to another level, especially with my channel, because I kind of already had set up the precedent for it, because Hello Neighbor was obviously like my breakout hit on my channel. And one of the things, well, many of the things that I did in Hello Neighbor was I would hack the game. I would use the command console to do all kinds of crazy things in Hello Neighbor and do things that you typically wouldn't do just playing the game. So being able to hack in Bendy and the Ink Machine kind of brought those two worlds together. It allowed me to play around in the game in a way that wasn't necessarily the intended way of playing it, but was still fun to do. And I always loved exploring these worlds and just like seeing what the game can do, you know, like seeing how far you can actually push it. So yeah, it had a huge effect. I think that the first hacking video that I did, which was in chapter 1, and we were hacking past Bendy, right? That was one of the main things that I wanted to do in that video. I think that was the second or third video that broke 1 million views on my channel. So yeah, it definitely had a huge impact.
Fusion Z Gamer and Double J also had some huge videos on their channel at the time, as well as Asher's channel exploding. When reading through the various community-maintained wikis, you'll see a lot of debate about whether the Easter egg is supposed to be a warning or deterrent to hackers, or if it's embracing them as part of the community. I'll let Urtiez and Kian speculate before I give my thoughts.
Of course it's a reward. Because only hackers can see it, you know? It's like a little Easter egg. I hope. I mean, I didn't get swatted yet by the, Meatly games, so I'm good, you know? Please don't swap me. But yeah, it's really nice that, the developers are recognizing this thing and instead of banning it, making it a fun thing, which is really cool.
I think it's a little bit of both, but I feel like it's more of a reward because they put it there not to stop us from doing it. And they put it there knowing that it wouldn't stop us from doing it. It only increases the intrigue. It only makes you want to do it more, right? Like when the new version comes out, we got to go find The Wandering is a Terrible Sin Bendy. If that never existed, there wouldn't be as much incentive to go look for it. So I really feel like it's a reward, but I mean, I guess it kind of is a warning in a way, like, hey guys, we're still in control. We're still making this game, so we put what we want to in the game. We put what we want you to see in the game. But otherwise, I think that it's a reward. I think it's an Easter egg. I think they're having fun, and I like it.
My gut feeling when we first found these was like a hug from the dev team. Like, here you go. Here's something cool thing to find. But Mike has the final word on this.
These like the whole Wandering is a Terrible Sin wasn't even going to exist in the first place because, like I said, we actually didn't want people to go behind walls and in rooms they're not supposed to go to, but we embraced it and we saw that there was like a community behind it. Like people hack games all the time. They try to find stuff, and even go way back in the day to old games, even games on like Atari that have like Easter eggs that can only be found in certain things. We thought that was really cool, so we figured we already have a ton of Easter eggs and a lot of stuff people still haven't found to this day. So with that, we thought, well, why don't we just do the same thing we do with the rest of the community, but specifically for the hacking community. So that's why this exists. We embraced the hackers. We knew that it was going to happen anyways. So we felt, hey, let's just hide stuff and have some fun with it.
I am incredibly excited to see what Chapter 5 has in store for us. Not only just the main gameplay, but in finding Easter eggs and secrets and amazing artwork throughout the game. I'm also excited to see what they did with the Wandering Sin Bendies in Chapter 5.
Super excited. Yeah, I can't wait to see it. And that's the last chapter, and I think that we're going to see the highest level of polish on that chapter, because with the release of Chapter 5, they're releasing the full game on consoles and on Steam. So I feel like they're going to want that completed product to be the best version it could possibly be. So I imagine there's going to be a lot of really cool secrets, a lot of cool Easter eggs, and I cannot wait to try it out.
Dude, if I don't make a freaking hacking episode in Chapter 5, I swear there will be like someone coming in with a fork or a pitchfork and a torch, you know, they're gonna start a riot if I don't make a Bendy hacking episode of chapter 5. So, I got to. But if I'm being real, I'm very excited, because, that's something really unique. And since the developers leave something, you know, special for the hackers, something secret, it's that much more charming.
Easter eggs and hidden things and stuff like that at both, you know, Joey Drew Studios as well as Kindly Beast. That's always going to be something that we do. So we're always going to hide things, be it for just the regular player or for hackers. We're always going to do that stuff.
And that is the story of how I broke a game, hacked past some boards, and this charming yet creepy icon was created. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please go show some love to the people I've helped with hacking along the way. They'll be linked in the description below. And special thank you to Mike, Urtiez, Kian, and Austin for contributing to this video project. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and go love on the Bendy devs. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time.
I'm sure our hacking days are not over, and I'm extremely excited to see what the Meatly has in store for us next.
Huge thanks to SK Pac-Man, to the Mealy Games, to the Mike Lee, and everybody else involved. If it weren't for them, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have this beautiful wallpaper. I have no idea how to end the video. I wasn't told, so I guess I'm just gonna go. My planet needs me, so bye.
Thank you for having me on. That was fun.